So I was just recording an episode of the Ball Knowers podcast, which you all should check out and subscribe to. We make a podcast every once in a while where we talk about state of the NBA and our thoughts on that and some other bullshit. But we briefly talked about the Sacramento Kings and how bad they are, Darius Acuff and his inefficiency and whatnot. And that just reminded me, like, Tyrese Halliburton was a Sacramento King for a little bit. They drafted him in 2020, and he's, like, kind of a stud his rookie season. He was really hooping in his second year. They trade him at the deadline for Sabonis, bro. And, I mean, it goes okay. Sabonis takes him to the playoffs in 23, and they lose in the first round to the Warriors. Things look all right, but we're here. We're with the 2026 Sacramento Kings, and they missed the playoffs for the third straight season, and everything looks hopeless again. And like, just imagine a timeline where they either keep Halliburton and Fox, or they trade Fox instead of Tyrese. I mean, imagine how different this Kings team could look. He was already showing signs that he's gonna be a special player. Like, he was looking like a great offensive engine as just like a 21-year-old point guard, which is so rare. You never see a guy that looks that comfortable running an NBA offense at that young of an age. And they're like, all right, yeah, we've seen enough. Let's get rid of him for Sabonis. It doesn't matter who you have around him. They could have continued to draft the way they usually draft, not getting the best guys and not signing the best players, and he would have brought out the best in them. We could have seen at least another playoff appearance from them. Instead, we're probably not going to get another Kings playoff appearance at least for another 10 years. Oh my gosh, if they go without an appearance for 10 years, we're looking at one playoff appearance in a 30-year stretch. That's a real possibility. If I was a Kings fan, I don't know what I'd do. What do you even have to root for? I mean, Sacramento is a pretty nice area. You live in California, but I just choose to be a fan of the Lakers or the Warriors or something. At least they have like interesting players to root for. But yeah, I mean, they were good in the early 2000s with Stojakovic, Chris Webber, and then they lose to the Lakers in the conference finals. The NBA rigged it for them to lose, and now they've just been losers ever since. Man, they were robbed of being a good team. All this to say, I'm sorry, Kings fans. It could have been a lot better. You could have had a top point guard in the league that generates good looks for your players, and they're a satisfying team to watch. They score a lot of points and maybe make the playoffs every now and then, but instead, DeMar DeRozan and Darius Acuff are going to be your most interesting players next season. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Just had to express that for a little bit after the Ball Knowers podcast, which again, you should go check out.